his head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Pentakill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Hello guys and welcome back to Saints Nation. Today we are going to be versing, I believe it's SNHU gonna
be our matchup here for tonight. That of course is going to be the Southern New Hampshire University. We kind of got things a little bit mixed up here. I am in fact not Donka. We kind of put ourselves in the wrong position. That's my bad actually now that I think about it. But of course my name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, joined alongside Donka J. Donka. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm really stoked for this match. I heard, you know, on paper, it should be kind of a brawl, I think.
Brawly, but at the same time should, in theory, be maybe Saints favored in the NECC right now. The currently Saints are sitting in a 4-2 record. Little bits are so far so good in this Valorant season. As for right now though, Southern New Hampshire, SNHU, just a little bit behind, 2-4 currently. Not 100% sure as to what kind of season they've had so far in the NEC. They very well could have run into a lot of tough opponents off the start, or they might be just a little bit slowing down, like start things off here. But on paper, in theory, this should be a Saints win, but at the same time, still extremely early to tell, and it looks like we're actually not going to be wasting any time. Icebox going to be game number 1.
I believe we're also defending on Icebox. So this should be interesting.
Absolutely. So with Icebox, the last time that we did see our Saints on this, it would have been, I think, last week during the Valorant matchup, and it was not really that close, to be completely honest with you. Saints, whether it be attacking or defending, just seem to have the number of our opponents. But we are going to be taking a look at the SNHU roster. Of course, that's going to be Pupfall, Agran, Trolling Frenchie, Jade, and Coffee.
Yeah, it looks like that. Like our side of the team, Casper is going with Sova. I mean, last time he was either going with Reyna, Yoru, or KO.
Yeah, he's been kind of bouncing around all over the place. Like earlier in the season, we did see him on a lot of this, like, I think it's the Centennial work. I'm going to get called out, but for that, no, the Initiator role. He's been playing a lot of the Initiator role, to say the least, here on the Sova to start things off. But yeah, we did get to see him kind of play a little bit of Duelist in the past couple of matchups. And going back to that Initiator role, as we see the rest of the players getting ready to lock things in. JRC on the Jet, no real surprise there. Blossom, that's not an Astra. That's a long time since we've seen him on the Sage. BCan going to pick up my personal favorite there on the Viper. And of course Lupo, coming in off the bench to fill in here for this matchup. Last time we see him, oh my goodness, was he an absolute monster in that Duelist role. And he's picking up the Reyna. That's what I like to see.
Oh yeah, for him it was so perfect. Like even though he had like 1,500 ping for like
it was
half
ridiculous.
the match, he still was able to somehow top frag.
Yeah, that was something that you definitely do not see every day. In regards to team composition, however, looking at the side of SNHU, our opponents, Pupfall going to be picking up the Reyna, Agran going to be on the Jet, Trolling Frenchie going to be picking up the Sova, Jade on the Sage, Coffee on the Viper. In terms of team composition, we have ourselves a mirror match.
Oh, I mean, like you said, this map, like last time we played on it, we dominated. I'm stoked to see what happens this match.
Absolutely. Looking to see if the Saints will pick up exactly where they left off. We're going to see some of the Saints get into position. Of course, going to be looking for some of those setups that the Viper players on each end are going to be looking for. From what I understand, as someone who maybe just plays the occasional game of Valorant, that sometimes the lineups for Viper can be a little bit tedious to learn nonetheless. So it's crazy to see the differences between each Viper player. That being said, though, BCan is going to be partying.
BCan dies to Sova. Blossom dies to Agran.
Yeah, Agran going to be taking that one. Casper now the first line of defense afterwards. That spike has already been put down. Lupo picking up where he left off in that last game. Going to get the headshot there onto Puffball. Reyna v Reyna going to be end up going down. In that case, right along with JRC, Casper does end up getting taken down. A nice little shot there from Jay. Lupo, though, finds two. Can he find himself another? He's looking for it. He's got that frenzy and he's ready to go. But it's all up to JRC. But it's going to be the takedown. Coffee finishing the job, and it's going to put SNHU on the board first.
Oh, it's looking really good for SNHU right now. You know, I believe in them. My prediction right now, it's going to be a very close-up, like, over time.
That's always what I personally hope for. As much as I say time and time again, as much as I love to see our Saints doing well, at the end of the day, I just want to see a good match, put on a good show for everybody here tuning into the Saints broadcast. And as of right now, if this is the way things are going to be going, either SNHU starting things off strong. Obviously, it's way too early to say that they're going to run away with anything, but the fact they're giving our Saints a hard time, when on paper, this should be a Saints win, is definitely looking promising. But VCAN, this is going to get sneaky.
Ooh, they spot him right there. Again, it gets taken down, yeah.
That was, like, obviously behind the screen, definitely do not know what is going on there. Jade's already on position. Puffball going to find JRC as well. And of course, just winning that first initial fight just makes the economy such a tough time to try and get back from. Casper with the sniper trying to make something happen, but it's not going to be the case. Nobody going down. Perfect perfect attack coming up here from SNHU. Granted, yes, they had the artillery advantage in regards to their weaponry, but not losing a single player is absolutely clutch.
I don't know, definitely. Like, as we can see right now, for example, SCC right now, they're picking up rifles. How do you think that will end up for SNHU? Yeah,
so sacrifice the one round just to make sure that you can get something a little bit bigger this time by. Saints can hold some longer angles, which is obviously like the better case scenario, especially since SNHU did not have to buy any new weapons. They're going to just try and make these submachine guns work as much as they possibly can. But that is going to either make them have to take specifically close quarters engages or try to rush, which we'll try to see. And JRC is going to abuse that range advantage to start things off with a kill on Jade.
You know what SNHU was doing there? They were just waiting for that Sova dart to go away. So they think that they're actually pushing B, but they're not. They're actually pushing A.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't be the first two times, right? So they're going to try and switch things up. But that being said, it's like JRC is basically right on point as of right now. We do have, I believe that's Casper right here as well. Does spot a couple of them. Has a rough idea where some of these members are. That being said, it looks like it's going to be Blossom making his way back over as well. They're just going to leave VCAN over on the B side just in case. And to be honest, good call, because it looks like they're making a retreat.
It looks like that they're leaving just Rain over there by herself on A. Maybe she can clear out A or watch for any flankers or watch for anything. As we can see right now, going mid. Yeah,
Saints are kind of reading this, however. They do have the Reyna is going to be Lupo. He is in a crossfire. He's going to possibly see some players. Oh, it's actually all on the high ground, so he didn't quite spot it out. But that being said, the Saints must know something's a little bit odd here. This is the opportunity now for the flank to happen for the Reyna on the side of SNHU. But meanwhile, VCAN is about to get jumped on if he is not careful. Yep, unfortunately, beautifully done. They'll hide your footsteps. They're going to get this planted extremely quick. And unfortunately there for the Saints, they're all going towards A, so they have to regroup.
Yeah, SNHSU right now is just holding the site down, just waiting for SCC to just make a small mistake for them to just get them off the guard.
They're defending aggressively as well, and with Lupo going down, that's going to put the numbers advantage now into the pocket of SNHU. Just has to hold on tight for just a little bit longer. Trolling Frenchie is going to go one-on-one here as Coffee there whipped the refrag. So we now have the time ticking down right around the corner. Saints 2, make that 1. It's all up to JRC to try and finish this off. He's going to try and get as much as possible, but I do not think he's going to be able to get that spike.
Yeah, it looks like that now he's going to be saving the spike, or saving the weapon. But he might catch them off guard right now.
Yeah, just look for an exit, see if you can find somebody. And actually the bomb taking care, or not the bomb, the spike taking care of Agron is a small victory there for the pocket of the Saints, but honestly, SNHU did exactly what they needed to do, relying on more flankings and positioning. That way they can abuse their short range with the submachine guns, even when going up against a team loaded with assault rifles. And this is going to put Saints in a really messed up position where, yes, JRC still has his rifle because he saved it, thankfully, but everybody else is going to just have to try and hopefully find themselves some headshots here with those sheriffs.
Yeah, it was so, like, SNHU right now is just doing the perfect thing. They're not too aggressive. They're not too patient. They're just in that perfect area. They're just waiting for something to happen.
Absolutely, yeah. Just finding the right balance, and with Lupo falling again, it could be the Saints who are finding themselves with maybe a little bit less patience. Coffee gonna go one-on-one, a little bit of a trade back and forth here. Blossom gonna find the elimination there onto that one. He actually does manage to get one of the weapons, so solid job in that regard. But that being said, SNHU does have it down. Good little headshot there from Casper, though, to put this back to a 3-on-3.
Casper picks up a rifle right now. They both are kind of equal, I'd say.
This is going to be a rough peak, however, like with all of SNHU stacked here, with Jade finding JRC as well. Spots it out, and unfortunately, you can't really do very many shots with that crossbow. Blossom versus the world, looks for the one through the smoke, but they're going to spread out nicely. Frenchie going to be fighting the final elimination there, and that is going to put 4 rounds unanswered here for SNHU, starting off this attack wonderfully here on Icebox.
All right, well, tell me about your prediction.
Well, my prediction at the beginning of this would have been a Saint snowball, but at the time, though, we have to kind of start like packing the snow to even get it rolling, and right now we haven't even gotten to that part yet. So as of right now, SNHU doing things fantastically, but we'll have to see what happens upon halftime as well. It's all about, very similarly to what I see happen to the Rainbow Six team all the time, it's all about making this half like lose as little as possible while you're on the defensive side this time, so that when you do get the attacking side, that you can hopefully just take it and run, very similarly to what we're seeing SNHU do. But as many wins as you could possibly get here on defense, definitely going to be critical.
Looks like the SNHSU right now is going on the site. Silva pops up the drone and looks for players. I believe spots Asper. No, spots
yeah,
JRC.
there it is. And everybody's looking for him now, right? JRC's going to be able to get shots off. Unfortunately, the headshot there coming out from Agran going to be starting things off beautifully. Casper, whether he realizes it or not, is in a bit of a flanking position. Spots out the one, but a nice little tuck in there from the side of the Sage. But Blossom going to find Jade and taking out nice and quickly. So that could have been bad. A little bit of like early trigger finger kind of maybe biting the Saints a little bit, but didn't hurt them too badly. But Blossom also falls.
Looks like that they might be switching sites right now.
They're thinking about it, but they're still hovering around that A site. The fakey might be working.
The double fake. It always works on me. I don't know why.
They never expect the triple fake. I'm waiting for it, though. No, it's not going to happen. They are actually moving towards this A site. Popfall going to lead the way here from SNHU. There's 2 members of Saints on the B side. This is going to be rough. They have open season here now on this A site.
They just got the site right now. They're just holding it. They're like, you know what? We got this. There's only 2 of them. There's 4 of us.
Okay, Casper's going to at least start this off on the right side, though. That being said, though, the worst case scenario, SNHU have 2 ultimates on hand, too, including the Viper's Pit, which can be absolutely devastating to try and enter in if, for whatever reason, the Viper feels threatened here. But, of course, not going to be phased. We do hear the Hunter's Fury, sure enough, going to be coming out. And with Casper going down, it means it's going to be VCAN versus the World, and I don't see a world where he does this.
Yeah, they even got the smoke down.
Oh? Oh, not quite.
VCAN dies too. Popfall, and Popfall drops up 4K.
Yeah, beautifully done.
That's interesting.
Yeah, beautifully done. Popfall had a solid game going overall, but after that round, definitely shooting up the leaderboards in regards to that ADA. And now with another win in the books here, number 5 here for SNHU. Everybody's loaded up on rifles, and they're just feeling absolutely peachy here in this attacking round. Like, look at Trolling Frenchie sitting there with 7K in the bank. If anybody needs anything on his team, just can buy it like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, he's all about that money, you know?
I was low-key just about to say, like, there's no need for Mr. Independent to stand by, but you got the right idea. Nonetheless, though, some sheriff's going to be coming out here for the side of the Saints to try and just get whatever picks you possibly can. Asper lined up, ready to go. Sure enough, nicely done. Does find Frenchie. And JRC's going to answer back as well. So already finding 2 kills in this round when it's supposed to be an eco is actually fantastic.
Looks like that they're changing their routes right now. They're playing way too patient. Remember when I was talking about finding that balance?
I mean, it's an interesting. VCAN's going to find another one. Like, oddly enough, it seems like the side of SNHU are so scared knowing, like, if they run into it, those sheriffs might as well be a sniper rifle, right? And we're going to see another one. Blossom going to find the one onto Jade, so it's going to be all up to Agran here. Does find the shot with the assault rifle, but yeah, the pistols or these sheriffs are absolutely coming in clutch. Casper right there as well, stealing the assault rifle from the player as well, means that there's less costs to actually make a solid run here. And amazing stuff here for the Saints to get their first round of the game. But they were completely outgunned there. But they just made those sheriffs work so well. And it seems like SNHU, like you were saying, they just got too patient. They didn't want to walk into like sheriff headshots, and they walked into like, sheriff headshots anyway.
Yeah, like, I mean, right now, SEC put a small dent into SNHU, but it's not big enough, you know?
Yeah, like with the amount of bank that Trolling Frenchie had, it's going to leave a mark, absolutely, but they can definitely afford like 1 or 2 of those big losses before it really begins to have a problem. Going to see right here the Saints on a very aggressive route after they see the Viper wall come on out here. They're not going to waste any time attacking from all fronts as long as everybody can just stall up just long enough here in the center. VCAN is kind of like the first line of defense here. That is going to be the Hunter's Fury coming out from Casper, actually. So just to stall things out. They know where they've been planting in the past couple of rounds, so at least trying to slow it down. Casper turned his back, though. Blossom with the save. The big turnaround, though. VCAN going to find one more. And now Saints up 1 with still a minute left to go.
I don't think they know that JRC's right there.
A good flank. Finds one. Looks for a second. Not quite going to find it, however. But where's the rest of the Saints? Do they move on this? With JRC falling because of Jade, VCAN, Blossom. That's still Casper. So still close but no cigar. They still do have the spike in hand. So they very well could make a play. But they are so stuck right now.
Last player standing.
Casper finds 1 or 2. Yeah, 1. Wait.
Yeah, he found 2. Blossom got the other one, but they were all opening fire nonetheless, and that's Saints' opportunity to get themselves back into this game. Another full buy just going to the wayside here for SNHU. And now going to be buying up once again. Frenchie, who had 7K at one point, is now pretty much evened up here with the rest of his squad with 3K until they start buying. And sure enough, it looks like they're going to buy up full here. So if Saints could pull 1 more round like that, they've basically gotten themselves back in this game in regards to their economy.
Yeah, I mean, right now,
Get out of my way.
I was about to say their JRC. I meant their Jet. They have their knives.
Yeah, they just popped it too, and it gets shut down immediately. Lupo coming in clutch and shutting that one down. Like, you think you get to pop the ultimate and get to make some sneaky Jet plays? Not today. And now we get to see Saints just holding relatively decent position, but the Resurrection, though, coming out here from Jade. Does the Jet still have the ult now because of the Resurrection?
Yeah.
In fact, they do. So now, ultimate value going to be coming out here, especially now that Blossom was taken down and SNHU have the player advantage for at least a moment.
Looks like that they might be rotating to B.
Yeah, definitely thinking about it. I got a couple knives coming out. Not going to find it, though. Lupo does fall. 5 on 3 now in the favor of SNHU. They are in perfect position to start planting, and they're going to get this one off without a hitch. VCAN trying to come up our right-hand side in this situation, but not quite going to be there in time. Upfall finds VCAN, but VCAN's going to find him first. And that is going to be... Okay, so many ults are getting dumped in this round, it's not even funny, but this is probably going to be what seals the deal. With the Viper's Pit right onto the site, I can't see a world where the Saints get this, but you never know.
I mean, it's still 2v3. They brought it back. I mean, I believe in Saints.
Just kind of hovering around, spraying through the smoke, just trying to see whatever pick they can get, but they know it's like there's just too much invested. We can't breach this. We're going to keep our rifles. Everybody's just going to end up keeping what they got and run for the hills. Does Frenchie get out alive? I think that he does in this situation. Yep, sure enough. So a lot invested in the side of SNHU, but from what looks like a losing round, they turned that right into a winning one. So very nicely done.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, also from part of SCC, they did a good job. They're like, okay, so they already got the Viper Spit, and they already had the spike planted. Why risk losing 2 rifles? Why not just save them?
And honestly, yeah, exactly right. They've already put so much into the pot in that case there. Like, they've already invested so much in there that it's not worth giving them any more with additional rifle kills. Hang on to it, like you said. Come again where there's absolutely no ults on deck. And if anything, now it's the Saints' turn, as we do have Blossom, Lupo, and VCAN all with ultimates on deck if they absolutely need to use it. They're looking like at least an A crawl to start things off here.
Ooh, that was smart from JRC. He just blocked it with his smoke.
That was cute. And okay, nice timing there. Going to find the shot there on the Frenchie. Like literally just aimed down the sights in just the biggest split of seconds. Now, Casper going to find one more. Blossom's going to find another on the flanking puffball. Open firing down here. Lupo's going absolutely nuts in this moment. And JRC finds him with the op again. What a mess, but what a flawless round here for St. Clair.
That was so good. I like that. I like to see that out of Saints.
Scrappy. It was scrappy, but I like it.
I like to see some stuff out of Saints like that, you know?
I mean, we've been told that the Saints seem to thrive under chaos, and a round like that was definitely chaotic. That is definitely one of those rounds I would call an observer's nightmare, because there was just too much going on at once to possibly get any, or not get anything, but to catch everything all at once. But with a round like that, Saints, of course, going to be moving up once again, still fully loaded. But at the same time, other than Pupfall, everybody on the side of SNHU with assault rifles. But to be fair, Pupfall was also willing to be the one going for those flanks, going for those close range encounters anyway. So the SMG just might be a comfort thing at this point.
I mean, I was talking to Jackson the other time, and then the SMG, he really liked it.
Now, personally, I'm in the same boat. I can't stand the assault rifles, but give me the Stinger and I'm A-okay. Considering my gun stinks, though, like, that's probably why I'm down in bronze. But that's a whole nother story. Nonetheless, though, B-site being under attack, Lupo is going to be taken down. Unfortunately, his little flash did not get out there in time. Beacon going to spot the wall out, and this is a little bit of a barricade here. Pupfall going to finish the job there. JRC going to try and look for anything at this point, but this is looking like another one of those runs where the Saints might opt to go down unless they are able to just kind of frag out here. 3-on-3 with 45 seconons left.
We also do not have the spike planted, but the wall's also broken, and Viking gets survived by Blossom.
Okay, going to put the numbers back into the Saints' advantage for just a second, and actually good patience here
30 seconds
on the
left.
side of SNHU. Rather than just trying to brute force it, they're going to make the run. All the utility is down currently for the Saints Viper there for VCAN. The wall and whatnot's all the way down on B side, so not going to be able to use it once again here. Does have the ultimate on deck, but not in position to really use it. Agran going to be making the charge here. Who's got the diffuser? They're going to be trying for it, but with VCAN and Casper find themselves too. They do get the spike, but it's just a matter of finishing the job. That is going to be the defuse coming out here. So Saints going to just in time get themselves into position to stop that attack.
Yeah, that was also good. I mean, did Saints go on a save round that time, or
no? I think they were pretty much fully loaded. They're fully loaded, and then VCAN went down, but then Blossom used the ultimate to get them back into the game. So overall, nothing really lost there. Just an ultimate cooldown essentially here for the side of the Saints, and they're really bringing this defense back, even though initially it looked like SNHU was kind of running away with this on this attack.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? This is what we did wrong. This is what we're going to do to make it better. And they actually did.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a couple rounds, and I know especially after losing like the first initial pistol round, sometimes you have to like stop the snowball extremely quickly. And it took the Saints a little bit of time, but they did get the job done. We do see Blossom is going to be able to find the headshot after Pupfall was kind of stuck shooting at the drone. Beautifully done. That's exactly what we like to see. JRC barely not going to be able to fight it. Does take the shot, but unfortunately does not want to deal with the three of them, which fair enough in that regard. Agren trying to defend Jade, but Casper with the headshot right away. Casper with another. JRC finds a snipe as well, and Casper goes nuts with the triple to finish off the flawless and get the Saints within 1 point of tying this game up.
Yeah, he was 8 HP. I'm just saying, with me, I can pull something off like that just in bronze lobbies, you know? Like, Laura, by luck and by some good timing, you know? Maybe.
Okay, so you can do this in bronze lobbies. Sure, I won't question you for that. But Casper's doing this in collegiate competitive. So beautifully done in that regard. But at the end of the day, you just need 1 HP and a dream, right? And now Casper had a bit of a slow start to this game. Now leading the charts here with 13 eliminations. That is definitely the score line that the Saints have come to love to see here at a Casper, with being the ultimate initiator, the ultimate like top fragger sometimes here in the lobbies. But at the same time, every member here of the Saints can definitely pull it off. That being said, though, even though the one player on SNHU went down, they did manage to get the B in time to plant. How does Saints opt to attack this?
Enemy kill.
Yeah, the initiator role is known as duelist, by the way. So Agron gets a kill on Vcan, GRC kills Jade, and Agron kills Lupo. Also with Coffee kills JRC. It's a 2v2 right now. We're waiting to see what happens.
One enemy
Blossom
remaining.
takes the one down. It's going to be all up. And okay, Casper. That's one of those ones that you're looking into the lobby. It's like, oh my god, are you hacking? But nope. There was the other Saints member on the other side calling that out. So beautiful guess there. Or not guess, but a beautiful like shot there from Casper. Defensive job there. Absolutely beautiful. And now you've got my mind in an absolute boggle here. As this is, of course, the halftime switch. We're going to be going back down pistol rounds. But if if the initiator is supposed to be the duelist, then who does like the support and flashbanging? Have I been playing this wrong the whole time? Wait a minute, I'm bronze. I very well could be.
So there's smokes, there's supports, there's sentinels, there's duelists. I think there's another class. No, there's. So like Sage is a support.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, like a duelist would be like Reyna and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nonetheless, though, bit of a reset now here for both sides as we do have pistols all around. I think it's going to be on the attacking rounds, and they're making a beeline right towards that B site. What to do? Does SNHU get there in time? They've heard this. Frenchie definitely heard that, but is not going to opt to try and blindly dive in.
That was interesting. They kind of stole their idea, and Lupo kills Fall.
Yeah, Coffee with a little bit of a duel here now. Beacon taking a little bit of damage, but overall okay. Good little cover fire. Unfortunately, no. Coffee actually going to find the one nice and quick, and this is getting scrappy again here. Agren gets involved with that next kill, finds the one on the Vcan as well, but while this battle is taking place, they have to worry about the diffuser. Casper and Blossom still standing, and Casper with the 4K and the pistol round, making that ghost work for him, taking care of Coffee. And that's going to put Saints in the driver's seat here for this attacking round.
So Casper,
right here.
That was just amazing. Like, I'm speechless right now.
That looked rough for Saints initially, and then everybody just died. Like, okay, we take those.
As we can see right now, SCC buys a lot of SMGs and upgrades, or sorry, shields.
Yeah, only Pupfall going to be trying to make something happen here with the sniper rifle. Everybody else will just keep it eco, keep it on the pistols, and just try to make it happen. And he ends here. Just try to see if you can snag a pick or something before getting traded out. JRC getting ready to make a move. Just going to stack smokes upon smokes, and it kind of allows Blossom to get in pretty well uncontested.
Blossom also, like you said, plants a spike. Looks like that.
Oh. That one was definitely perfect there. Puffball, sure, got the elimination, but at least Blossom was right there for the immediate refrag. And then Agred going to be going down. That's the SMG difference right there in these close quarters combat scenarios. And Blossom, triple, going to be finishing the job here. But granted, at the same time, though, SNHU with Puffball finding 2 sniper kills, solid damage nonetheless. It was worth it to get that rifle.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, as you can see that right now they all have rifles.
Oh, they had to really gas themselves to do it, though, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Only, like, 100, maybe 200 if you're lucky, left on the clock.
Right.
Meanwhile, Saints this time by. They're going to be the ones going for, like, the soft buy, so, like, they're armoring up and whatnot, but it is going to be SMGs and Sheriffs on the board here for the Saints. Maybe looking to get a little bit quickly. Is this going to be the rush? They're moving kind of quickly. I'm thinking that it very well could be the case. We'll have to see in a second there, though. Lupo going to be leading the charge alongside JRC. JRC's going to be able to just get his way out of there just in the nick of time, and that's where Blossom's going to come in and clean things up. Lupo going to be able to get the heal off of it as well. So, perfect position here. They do find the elimination. JRC gets taken down by trolling Frenchie, so 4 on 4. Have to deal with that spike now, though. Casper in a position to possibly make the flank, especially now that basically SNH2 kind of cleared it. Now, no, they're kind of going head on, bring out the vision dart, and oh, just barely not going to get taken down in this situation. Blossom, though, 1-on-1. That last bullet got the one headshot, but at the same time, though, this is going perfect here for SNHU. They now just have to deal with Vcan And the spike itself, can they hang on? No, he is going to go down. I think he did not kill enough time. SNHU, as soon as the toxic acid or whatever it happens to be gets out of dodge, is barely going to be able to get this defused.
He gets it. I mean, at least it was not as close as 0.17 that we had before.
That's going to
we
be tough
still
on the
lost
top.
It.
Need a
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was a heartbreaking moment.
No, absolutely.
Here.
Sometimes the game
Yeah.
of milliseconds we have here with Valorant is one of the many reasons why it's definitely an amazing esports title that we're definitely happy to have here on the collegiate scene. Taking a look at some of the score lines here, Blossom ready and waiting there with the resurrection if need be. And Blossom, someone who we're so used to being more of the supportive kind of player for the side of the Saints, currently like on pace to kind of tie up Casper here in regards to top fragging. Casper almost at 20, but 14 currently there for the player for Blossom, considering that he's meant to usually be a support.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as we can see that SEC just pushing but not pushing, you know?
Okay, doing but not doing. I know what you're getting at, though, at the same time. Some of these shock darts are going to make things a little bit difficult. Blossom, bring that down nice and quickly. How quick can you snap? Not quick enough. Beacon, however, is going to find Igran. Looks for another. Casper just kind of tagging Frenchie just a little bit. By a little bit of an awkward spot. You just have to kill time. Unfortunately, Casper gets caught jumping, and the gun was not ready for it. Big flank here from Coffee as well. Their post plants are absolutely fantastic so far on the defensive side of things. But can they hold it off? No. Or the anti-post plant defense coming out here from the side of SNHU are going to clutch them up another one, and we have ourselves a tie game.
Yeah, this is the second round that they won for the defending side, sorry.
A side's just not been working for whatever reason, it seems like. They're able to get the spike down, but trying to find a post-plant position just seems to be so difficult here on that A site, and it's kind of making me understand a little bit more why SNHU has been kind of running towards that B side a lot when it was their turn to attack.
All right, well, I have a question for you then.
No, denied. Never. Not happening. Yes, go ahead.
What do you think is the best strat right now?
Just the classic, just don't die, forehead.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. But the Isaiah strat, exactly. Yes, production. Oh, what's up? Good call out, Amanda. But with this one here, honestly, I'd definitely give B a try. But it looks like Saints can't decide either, so they're just gonna go just full send up the middle for this time by. Maybe leaning a little bit more towards that A side, but we'll have to see. Blossom, good little pick off here to start things off here. Frenchie getting headshotted away. And honestly, I can't tell if they all went sheriffs themselves or if it's just Lupo in this case here. But if they did go for like a half eco, then honestly, okay, looks like we do have sheriffs across the board. So they are basically eco rounding this one with the exception of JRC. So solid job nonetheless to even just find the one elimination after getting taken down here. Blossom in position once again, however. Vcan does find one more as well. And Saints, they slowly crept their way over. And yeah, okay, here. Fire up the Viper's Pit and just secure the round. Okay.
That was... Maybe it was not fully planned.
Maybe not, but are they going to be able to get back in time for it? Looks like they're just going to get back into the pit just in time to keep it going. And yeah, this is an absolute horrifying spot to be in for the side of SNHU. Vcan's right there. If they pop in there, of course, being just lit up bright red, it just makes it extremely easy to pinpoint where your opponents are. And yeah, just run for the hills, keep your assault rifles, and just call it a day. Nothing you can really do in that situation. Yeah, in this case here, Agran, you have an operator. You're not going to go face check a smoke.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. I mean, you also do have your, but then again,
yeah,
your sniper's more reliable.
Yeah, you're really rolling the dice on that one and just hoping to like instant face check, which to be fair, could very well happen on occasion. Just switch to pistols with knives or something like that. But when you're trying to keep your economy somewhat consistent, I do like the move on the side of SNHU. And Saints gonna get themselves back into the lead after a solid go rounds gone into their favor. And honestly, I feel like we've said this before, but it feels like the Saints play better on eco with sheriffs than they oftentimes do on full buys, which is hilarious.
I'm just saying, the sheriff is cracked. Like, you hit one headshot, I mean, also with the Vandal and the Phantom, but if you hit one shot, it feels more rewarding. So you try harder for it.
Fair enough in that regard, as we see Lupo making way through the center. Could very well be on a collision course there with the side of SNA2. It is going to be the Viper right on the B site as per usual. The util, of course, Coffee right there, actually, right on the B site. Trying to keep things safe for that squad. And I do see over on the side of the Saints, Vcan is keeping an eye on that A site, and he might have made the call that everybody just straight up left. Because now, even though they blew the Viper smoke, and they're going to bait this out too, they put out the Viper smoke to make it seem like they're going to A, and never mind, I'm just getting juked apparently. They're going over towards B, and Casper is going to find the one. This should be the red flag, though, for the side of SNHU to start running B. Until they fakey the fakey of the fakey. Oh my goodness, okay.
It's going to be really tough for their jet because they have an off and they're holding the set by themselves.
Last time I've seen so many fakies, it was probably a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. But anyway, we're going over towards the A site with Blossom going to be right in position. Gets it down. It's okay. Yeah, now everybody on SNHU, they have to run for this if they want to try and tie this up. And Ogren with the sniper, not quite going to find the shot. Needs to land these in order to turn this one around. And Blossom goes off on a tear, but Jade going to finally shut things down.
Looks like that they're going to be going for the site. JRC kills Agron, Jade kills Lupo, and JRC kills Jade.
What a turnaround of events there with JRC getting the finishing blows. Yes, everybody else basically just kind of fell, but JRC just refragged them both. Perfect. That's all you had to do. Got the run, and now you finally get yourselves into the double digits. 10 points on the board now here for St. Clair. A couple more to finish the job here, it looks like, but SNHU, some of their momentum seems to be kind of slipping away out of their fingers as Casper does hit the 20 mark here in terms of his eliminations. But to be fair, a lot of the St. Clair members right on his tail. And to be fair again, SNHU, they're not far behind either. This has been a very, very close match so far here into this game as the next attack getting underway.
Looks like every time we say it's on, well, every time we say it's on paper.
It never is. It really never is. As we now see 3 of them just getting absolutely dropped on the side of it. SNHU, Lupo finding the latest kill in that regard. Just has to deal with 2 more, and the Sova on the side of SNHU is a little bit wounded as well. And they're both kind of stuck in the middle. They don't know exactly what they want to do. Lupo, good cut off though. Agren gets shut down. And now it's just up to the 1 more player. Mowed down. Lupo with the triple to finish this one off and put Saints in a fantastic position.
I thought they might be going in tactical. No?
Honestly, good timing.
Yeah, it's like perfect for them. What are your expectations? What do you think that SNH could do? Maybe turn the tables around.
Okay, so basically, they have to treat these next couple rounds like an Overwatch game, where you have to use your ultimates, but not front load it all into one play. But at the same time, looking at the Saints as well, I mean, the big one that they're going to have to worry about is Hunter's Fury on the side of the Saints, but at the same time, so does Trolling Frenchie there on the side of SNHU. So those will kind of cancel each other out. But they need to use these ultimates, but you cannot just use them all in the same rounds. Because, okay, great, yeah, you win 1 round, and you look at Vcan, who still has 7K. You look at JRC, who still has 5.5K in the bank. And it's like, okay, like this isn't a big deal. So, like, they need to somehow breach in a little bit here with breach in one of the ultis, and then say they use the Viper's Pit in the second one. Try to milk these ultimates as best as possible, while also, of course, trying to keep their gun economy alive as best as possible. Because yes, they have the fire kind of under their butt right now, but if they throw it all, like if they all in, they lose, I feel like in this case here. So they have to, like, they definitely have to push it, but again, it's about finding that balance between like full sending and being too cautious. And if SNHU can find that, which they've been struggling with a little bit so far here on this defending side, but if they can figure it out, it'll be time. As we get, there we go, ring around the spike here, the classic. First shout out to our one of our old observers, Yeti, who caught the squad doing this the first time. There we go. Yeah, everybody dancing around the spike. Who wants it? But, of course, it's going to be going over to Blossom. Never mind. They still got plenty of time to figure this out here. Just a little team meeting. Huddle up, everybody. What's the game plan?
I think pass the potato around. Or I forgot what it's called, but...
Oh, weapons going up to the sky. There we go. This is what we like to see. But of course, having a little bit of fun in the tactical timeout. Of course, Coach Strider on site here with the players as well, if needed for additional like background plays and whatnot. But Saints seem to have a pretty strong hold here on this attacking side of things. We do see the squad up there in the nest right here, right now. Everybody just keeping warm. And to be fair, I guess that's kind of why they're throwing the guns up in the air. They're probably right. They're probably just trying to keep the mouse hand warm, so to speak. Or we're just going to huddle up into the corner and play in the garage. Can we do a little bit of volleyball maybe with the Viper nade? What are we doing here?
They're playing catch.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing you could pick those back up. Otherwise, you just waste your utility before you even walk out the gate, nonetheless. But yeah, tactical timeout will be cooling down here in just a couple more moments. Of course, Saints 2 wins away from clutching out game number 1, which would bring them to bind for game number 2, of course, ahead. And bind, from what I understand, just seems to be one of the like attackers' fun places, to say the least, with the exception of like split, because of course it's like the 3-point and whatnot. But I feel like bind would be a fun one for the Saints to go to up next, so they might be feeling a little bit comfortable here.
Now with bind, it's when I play bind, I feel like it's more of defender sided, because all I gotta do is just wait, hold corners and wait for them. As soon as they pass through that corner, you shoot them in the head, and you get a gun, or you just get the ELM.
You make that sound so easy there, Jay. My goodness.
See now, on paper,
I'm
it
listening.
always is that way. But there's exceptions of, you know, not paying attention, not having good reaction time, and stuff like that.
Oh god. But yeah, the R's being thrown in the chat. We will be getting back underway in just a second here. But yes, please just enlighten me of all of these Ultimate Bronze League tactics as somebody who cannot hit my shots unless I'm point blank with a stinger. But you know, but nonetheless,
Hey, it's tough, you know.
I play support on Valorant, moral support, because I'm always dead. But anyway, but yeah, we got R's all around, so we're going to be hopping into this one in just a second. Saints in a very, very solid positioning in regards to their economy. 3 ultimates on deck, but at the same time, 3 ultimates on deck there for SNHU. And again, similar to what we were talking about a little bit earlier, right before the tactical timeout. If they play this in like an Overwatch fashion, where you can like use your ult economy properly and not just blow it all into one round, I feel like SNHU couldn't put themselves back into an 11-11 position. That we'll have to see, because it's actually going to be Casper who fires out the Hunter's Fury off the start. But Puckfall is going to find one. JRC, though, with a bit of a refrag, barely getting out of dodge that Hunter's Fury. Beautiful updraft to get himself into a safe position. And now, Lupo leading the charge here as Coffee takes care of Blossom.
It looks like they also have the spike in the back. Like, so that SNHU does not see the spike and does not hold it. But then again, also, is that a gun?
Oh yeah, there's the Phantom
spike.
right there. Does end up picking up the spike as well. Sneaking by Lupo, possible confrontation here in just a second. Coffee right on the other side there. Of course, we can see these outlines. The players cannot. Lupo, shoulder peeks, and he gets out of dodge just in time. Coffee would have had the jump. Now it's the opportunity to use some utility, but I like what Coffee's doing. Just straight up run for the hills. He knows where you are. If Lupo's not going to get you, somebody else is going to look to try and get a flank on you. And to be honest, they're killing time very effectively. Casper does find Puckfall, though, so that could be a little bit of a hindrance here. But they still have the Viper's Pit available if they want to try and just instantly deny a sight.
Lupo kills Versova. And looks like that they now have control over mid and maybe B.
10
Oh,
seconds
they don't have enough control, though. We see Casper running in hot, trying to get this thing planted. And there is the Sage right there on the side of SNHU. Can they shut this down? Yes, Jade is going to come in clutch and absolutely rob the Saints of a win.
That was just close. That was insane. And then at the end, it ended up 1v2 against SNH, Sage, and Viper.
And then Reyna ultimate down on the Saints. Hunter's Fury down on the Saints. What did SNHU do? Just the 100 Fury, I think.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly. So, absolute win. They were a little bit underpowered in regards to their weapon area as well. And they're still getting this, like, they still have some serious value on their hands. So, this is going to be a little bit Tough here for the Saints, oddly enough, unless they could turn this around right now.
I mean, it can also go into like a big overtime, which I'm interested to see that.
Yeah, it's 38-38. Why don't we? Let's do it.
I remember that.
Yeah. My voice definitely won't die, I promise. But anyway, the attack is underway, but BCAN and Lupo, JRC, they are absolutely popping off here. That being said, though, we still do have Jade, who just popped off in that last round, looking to try and make a play. But right now, Jade's kind of solo. They're chasing him down. They don't want him to get away. And Blossom's going to find one, but Coffee from behind gets one, gets three. It's all down to a one-on-one, and I would so much rather be the Viper in this situation. But we'll have to see. JRC, can he clutch up?
Like, that they don't know what they're doing. I mean, they do, but I don't know. They don't see him.
Oh, the flick! The 4K from Coffee, going to clutch things up. He's going to be able to defuse this in time. I think, maybe, yep, I think the dude got it. So sure enough, SNHU, when it looks like it was down, do not count themselves out just yet. As it's going to be Coffee, going to be absolutely clutching up. Now leading the side of SNHU in regards to eliminations. And oh my god, we almost have ourselves an even game. And I honestly like the position of SNHU better.
I agree with that. I mean, I always am looking for a good match, and especially that this could very, very well go into overtime.
Yeah,
so our voices will die soon.
Yeah, regardless of the way the rest of this round goes, this is already a fantastic match between these two teams. Definitely putting on the show for us here tonight in this Monday night's Valorant matchup. As we now have, of course, Lupo getting ready to lead the charge here. We're going to try and put round number 12 here on the board here for the Saints. But SNHU trying to tie things up once again, of course. We do have knives available here for JRC, but it does have, I believe that was either submachine gun or an assault rifle. I cannot quite tell off the top. Okay, it is the Vandal, so it's probably not going to be popping the knives this round unless he absolutely finds himself in an awkward position nonetheless. But Saints very, very slow start, and to be honest, last time they took a round extremely slow. They timed themselves out, and the Viper's Pit going to be starting things off right away to completely shut down B side, which means Saints are going to have to either brute force through the smoke or go to A, where they've been basically losing all attacking time.
Yeah, it looks like that their jet might be flanking them. It is, I think.
Oh, they're going to have to go right to the smoke, but Coffee, of course, has the advantage in this situation. Will take care of Blossom, but Coffee does eventually fall. The smoke will fall. The Saints' persistence here on this B site is going to pay dividends as long as they can actually get this thing planted. We do have backup right around the corner. Pupfall going to find one, looking for another. Ogren might be taken down, but you still have to deal with trolling. And sure enough, Pupfall on a triple. It is all down to Lupo.
I think what will happen here? He's probably going to go for
stuck.
a save.
I think he's stuck in this case. He's going to maybe give it a try, but I'd honestly just call it a save at this point. Like you had said, 2 seconds on the clock. You're not going to make anything happen. And SNHU, once again, bring this one close. We have ourselves a tie game. Oh my goodness, Jay.
What you said on paper? Yeah. I disagree with that.
This is why I stopped making actual predictions. This is why I'm not a sports betting person. You understand? Odds are never in my favor. But hey, if it's giving us good matches, then I do not care. This is absolutely fantastic. But yeah,
it feels like it was too good of a match, and then we ran out of voice.
Yeah, if you want opinions on like predictions for matches and stuff, go ask Jackson. But anyway, right now we do have the knives coming out here for JRC. Not going to opt to purchase the assault rifle this time by. Just of course use the knives for a little bit of extra eco going into what could possibly be some overtime rounds here. It does end up going through. I think if we do end up getting to overtime, they do like bounce between attacking and defending as well, with everybody's eco being the same. So I guess at the end of the day, like with the knives coming out, he's hoping to get them the victory right here, right now, and put this basically on match point. Low-key, I was going to say that Blossom was going to get jumped on, but wait a second, that's JRC. There's going to be no catch, teammate. Here's a knife for you.
Now look, has control over kitchen. Maybe catches Viper and maybe even kill off guard.
Oh, gonna be popping some shots, but straight up just doesn't find it. Of course, to the Vandal, you're looking for those headshots, and unfortunately there for Lupo, not going to find the shots looking for. Casper is at least gonna refrag, finds a second as well. So is gonna eventually get taken down, and the resurrection is right there. Viper's Pit, this is actually VCAN coming out here once again, going to be covering up that B site in prime position. The knives are gonna come in clutch here to take care of Coffee. So now 3-on-3. Knives out, Viper's Pit out. And SNHU just have to do this by like straight up raw gunfighting and utility, and they are actually going to give this a try. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Oh, I can't wait to see what happens here.
Shots fired. Blossom going to take care of Jade. So no more healing on the side of SNHU. But these fights happening so quickly, it's going to be brutal. Agren gets resurrected and gets the elimination, but it's going to be VCAN and Blossom cleaning things up. So Saints match points, but they cannot get comfortable. Because one more win for the side of SNHU, and I think we're going to overtime.
Right now, as we can see, like for the alts, we have an alt for Sova, Jasper. We have an alt for Sage, which is Blossom, and we have an alt for Jet, which is Agron. How do you think that they can, both teams, how do you think that they can their alts to their advantage?
I think the only thing that's going to really make any sort of impact would be if like Hunter's Fury coming out here from Casper can maybe find a quick pick or get somebody out of here. But we're going to see the knives come out here from Agron as well. This can very well turn the tides if the knives find its spot right. So we'll have to see. They're pushing towards A as well. This has not been a site that the Saints have been very good on so far here in this game. Agron looking for the shot, not quite going to find it. The Saints are a player down, however, they do get the spike planted. VCAN looking for the play. The resurrection was a little bit ill-advised, unfortunately. More of a little bait, unfortunately, there for the team. And the Hunter's Fury is going to find one, find two. JRC finds one as well. We have a 3-on-3 to try and finish off the game right here, right now. VCAN going to spray him down, but it's going to be JRC finding one, Casper finding the other. It's all up to Coffee to save the round here for the squad. Shock Dart and VCAN going to be finishing the job. Saints, by the skin of their teeth, are going to finish off this round 13-11 and take game number 1.
That was a really close game. I really thought was going to go into overtime.
It was right on the doorstep. It very well could have there. And of course, taking a look at some of this, the scoreboard here, of course, it's going to be Casper leading the entire lobby. It's for game number 1 with 26 eliminations, with a little less deaths on his own part. But that being said, though, Upfall and Coffee both had fantastic games in their own right. They're right there. And at the same time, though, Blossom looking fantastic as well. 20 eliminations for himself as well. 18 for JRC, and just keep going down the board from there. But honestly, it felt like everybody played good in that series, and I look forward to seeing what happens when we go towards Bind, which is usually a more rehearsed, more practiced map compared to Icebox.
I believe that Icebox was SNHU's chosen map.
I can fact check that real quick, and we can take a look at what happens with the rest of the maps, of course, in just a second here, because Strider, the coach, did tell me what ended up happening here. So let's see. That was, in fact, you're completely correct. That was a SNHU pick. So the fact that Saints were able to pull that one off, even though extremely, extremely close, was good nonetheless, though. It's good that they were able to get it on what would have been the counter pick, and then it means they get to go back to the map that they selected here for the match tonight. And of course, I tip my hat to any of the players that actually happen to have this stream on a second monitor in between the breaks. I know what you did there. Of course, we're on the stream delay, so you're just wanting to recap the way that match finished. I see you there. But of course, we're going to be taking a quick 5-minute break, as the players are going to be taking a quick 5-minute break as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll be going into game number 2 onto Bind in just a few moments.